Hi, Brian. Right? Hi, Alex. Hi, Jason. I'm good. I'm glad I remembered it was Wednesday. I was like, I have something to do tonight. What's going on? Not much. It's been like a chill, snowy day. I felt very stylish today. I don't know why. That's what I can tell you about today. Like, I was wearing boots, so enough said. That was my day. I wore boots today. Fatal, hello. Oh, you got snow, Justin? Hi, Josh. I'm okay. I'm very much looking forward to tonight. Like, I know it's night. I'm looking forward to crawling into bed at the end of today. I have to earn it, okay? We all have to earn that, like, crawling into bed moment and opening my book. I'm so looking forward to that. Right? But it's not the same if you, like, it's not the same. It's not the same if you just give in and you just, like, give it to yourself. Like, no, I have to earn it. I don't know. Today I have to earn it, okay? I have to be a good girl. Hi, Dominic. Mustard ketchup only for dinner? What? I've taken a new approach to dog training. I think it's good. My new approach is I treat him like a human. And I just have conversations with him. And I say, hey, so, you know, when you did that, it really hurt my feelings. Like, I pretend like we've gone to, like, couples counseling. And I just, you know, it's my job to communicate what I need from him. I'm pretty sure that, like, that's what all the dog trainers would agree is the right course, right? I think it works. Okay, he looks deep into my eyes. Deep. I didn't know you could look that deep. like we're just like, and I say, yeah, okay, you know, you can't jump on people. When you jump on people, they don't like it. They don't like it. I don't know why. They don't like it. So if you want to make friends, that's a bad move. You know, it's a bad move. Try another move. Your cat is your spirit animal. Do you actually wish you could sleep that much, though? I've gone through times in my life when all I want to do is sleep. I don't want to sleep. I want before sleep. I want that. I just want to read, basically. I just want to get back to my book. And lately, I've just been like, I don't care if I'm up late. Whatever hour I decide to go to bed is when I go to bed. Am I specifically against the idea of having to earn anything? What do I want to say to that? Thank you for calling me out on that. Yes, I am. And at the same time, I think that, like, again, if you want to have that feeling of, like, having earned it, then you can have that. I don't know. That's what I want today. Like, just know that, like, you're motivating yourself. But I'm glad you bring that up, because like maybe I could just like vent about this for a second. So I've been writing a book. I think it's fine I talk about this. I've been writing a book, and like I work on it every day, and I have like a word minimum that I have to hit every day. Otherwise I feel like super guilty, right? And in my own way, I've been trying to like narrow in on that and be like, look, like you're in charge of whether this book gets finished or not. You're in charge of whether it's any good or not. You're in charge of like if creativity is flowing, or like you get to say if it's going well. You get to say how this goes. You don't have to like, there's no like writing God that's like watching down on you and going like, oh, you lost integrity because you didn't show up today. Like literally in my mind, I can be like, you know what? I'm allowed to take days off and the book will still get written. I'm allowed to do that. I'm also allowed to be like, hey, this is allowed to be fun or stupid, or like I'm allowed to set rules. You know, like I'm aware that in a way I'm using guilt to propel me forward when like maybe there's better ways to make friends with this book, you know? I realize that. Sometimes we like our torture devices. Spaghetti, chicken, and nachos last week. What? A muckle? What are you going on about? Hi, Robert. So I'm a masochist then? I mean, is your runner a masochist? I think... What do I want to say? I think that a lot of people like... I don't know. Are you a masochist if you have a 9-to-5? Are you a masochist if like you have a job you don't like? Are you a masochist if like you do things that you don't want to do sometimes? I don't think I'm a masochist. I think that I haven't yet figured out an approach to writing that doesn't somehow involve like, I think I just like don't trust myself entirely to write it without without like a rule in place. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. Nice to meet you too. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know what you're going on about, Graham. Okay, anyway, what's going on with you guys? Yeah, I mean, I do that too. No, I think what it is like becoming aware. This is gonna sound funny, but like becoming aware that like some people are like, yes, I get to write now. I know that's not everyone, and it doesn't have to be everyone, but I'm like, that is not me. And like, what if it could be me? What if it could be me? What if it could be like, okay, let's get into this And that's my, like, I don't know, I don't need to be that person. It's fine if I'm not that person. Oh, hi, Frosted. Thanks. No, but I don't take days off. And I'm always glad having done it. I don't know. We don't need to talk about this too much. It's not, unless this is interesting to you guys. Bye, Graham. What is happening? What is happening? Oh, my day's good. Yeah, I have plans. Well, not like for the rest of the day. But it's gonna be like a busy 2 weeks. Yo, you're forklift certified? Congrats. Hi, Burning Hedge. No, I'm not German. Hey, that's so cool. Was it difficult? What should we talk about tonight? Oh, really? Forklift. That just makes me think about like the episode in The Office. It was a forklift, right? No, it was like something else. Anyway. That's cool. Hi, Addis. Addis? I'm good. How are you? Oh, really? There's theory? What? Like, how? What? What do you have to learn? Is it difficult? Could I get certified? Could I write that on a resume? Forklift certified. Oh, the Fallout. You know, I never got around to watching that. Shameless is based on a... Really? It's based on a British version? No. I haven't even watched the American. That's not true. I've probably like watched 1 or 2 episodes. It's too chaotic for me. It stresses me out. I feel so bad for those kids. I really like William H. Macy. I really like him, but it's too much. Let's run away together then. Let's run away. You and me, Addis. Oh, okay. Policy standards, safety stuff. Yeah. But it's like short term. It's like not gonna stick, right? That's like if I had to take like a driving theory test again. Oh my goodness. You know, like the diagrams where it's like, who has right of way? And you're like, anyway. USA is tame compared. Oh no. See? But it's good. You liked it. Sometimes I think like the British are just brutal. You have like no compassion for you guys are so comfortable watching people suffer. It's so Like, okay, the original Office, like, it's great. It's so painful. It hurts me. It hurts me so much. You guys must have like the highest tolerance of like discomfort in the world. Hi, Cuban. What's going on? I don't know who's doing all the hearts, but I'm like happy. I'm like so easily happy. I'm like. um, being human. Wait. I know that one. What is that one? I know that one. What's it about? Vikings? I've never watched that. I probably would really like that. Vikings. What a great gig. Imagine like getting to play a Viking. Amazing. You get like carry a spear. What I'm writing about? You guys. I'm writing a fantasy novel because who honestly likes to read literary fiction? Honestly. My God. There's like this, whatever. There's been like a lot of videos in my feed lately about like book talk or like influencers are ruining books or like ruining like the standards of literature, and that like certain books that are like 5 stars, like give me a break, they're like 3 on a good day. I feel like it's such a stupid conversation to a certain extent, because I'm like, you're missing a key ingredient, which is like some people honestly just want to have a good time when they open a book. Like different people are looking for different things anyway. And I also think that like genre has nothing to do with like, I don't know, are you looking for like beautiful prose? Are you looking for beautiful lines? Are you looking for like elegant writing, to put it that way? Are you looking for like plot? Are you looking for action? Are you looking for character? Are you looking for like just like incredible ideas? And yes, ideally like all of those things come together, but hey, like we all have our strengths, and I just think like you can highbrow it and you can lowbrow it, and you should be able to go in both places. I honestly think that. Not to say that genre is lowbrow. I actually think like going into weird, I think it's all the same. I think like world building happens whether you're setting it in modern day and you're creating the world of like a modern day character and the rules of that modern day character's life, or you're world building in like complete fantasy land or sci-fi or like the past or whatever it is. It's all like world building. But I think when like you break something open in the way that you're allowed to do in like fantasy or science fiction, I think that's really exciting, because then you're actually allowed to like explore themes in a much like broader, weirder, vaguer way. Not vague, but you know what I mean. Anyway. The training place has free coffee. That's what it is, being human. Oh, I did watch that. It's so cute. That's like a bit dated now, isn't it? The Odyssey in high school. That's pretty advanced for like all of it. It's pretty advanced for high school. I love the Odyssey. I could talk about the Odyssey for a long time. Just thinking about it. Hello, life off. Thanks. I love Greek mythology. Yes, same. Why are we like still so captivated by it? Oh. Appalachian Mountains. What? Sci-fi space opera Audible books? But wait, what do you mean like space opera Audible books? Is it an opera or is it a book? I love science. I don't read a lot of science fiction right now, but I went through a period when I was really, really into it just because I think like the ideas are so, like if there's a really, really cool idea and it's so fresh and it's so inventive and creative and like, I'm with you. I'm with you. There was a book. I guess it was an audiobook that I listened to. What is it? Like, no one talks about this book. I believe it's German originally. And it's like The Lord of All Things. Okay? I should check on whether it's German or whether it's like Scandinavian in some way. I want to say German. That was one science fiction book that I was like, you know when like you just can't think about anything else? You can't think about anything else but the book and the implications that the book suggests. Oh my God. I was just... That book. Yes. Can we stop portraying Hades as a villain? Tell me more. I'm actually completely with you because I was like doing research on Hades. So actually, if you look at like the whole like all the men in Greek mythology, okay, there's a lot of rape. Like there's a lot. Actually, like Hades, like yes, he takes Persephone and like yeah, he's bad. Like yeah, he's not great. But actually, he's like kind of the best one. He's kind of the best one. And also Persephone like wants to stay with him. Anyway, I'm with you. There's also an interesting theory that like Poseidon actually like used to be god of the underworld, and they thought it was like at the bottom of the sea. Anyway, so there's like possibility that Hades and like Poseidon are like crossover characters of each other. There's a lot of theories about Hades. I think, have you guys read like Circe or Song of Achilles? It's over on my bookshelf right now. Is it? Yeah. Madeline Miller. I think she's working on a Persephone book. I think. The Alienist? Is that with Orlando Bloom? I don't live in England. Okay. Thank you. That's sweet. Otis, thank you. Have I seen American Gods? I think I tried. I wasn't into it. Hero's Journey. Is that the Greek tragedy thing? Do Greek tragedies follow that? I guess they do. I mean, that's like how to tell a story. It's like, hey, so your character wants something. And it's life or death. And then there's things in the way. And then typically, character dies. Because we need, like, there to be a moment of, like, oh no, they're not going to get the thing. It's over. Like, you need to, like, keep the audience in suspense of, like, maybe this isn't a happy ending story. And then typically, guess what? The character somehow survives and gets it. That's how you tell a story. There you go. What's my favorite Shakespeare play? That's hard to answer. I actually, like, haven't seen enough productions probably because typically, like, they all get, like, the really popular ones get redone a lot. I'm just gonna say Midsummer Night's Dream. Because of the fairies. Space opera is the theme of the book? Oh, really? Have I just, like, been misunderstanding that word? That, like, I guess I have. Okay, never mind. Okay. So why is it called a space opera? What makes it a space opera? What makes it a space opera? Oh, that they eloped? Oh my god, Cuban, tell me more. Okay. It's been a while, but I was doing research on this, actually. And yeah, there's, like, different stories. There's many different versions of the story. And also it's like, what do I want to say about this? So as I was looking into it, like, there's all these, like, there's so many gods that don't get talked about. So Hades is, like, guardian of the underworld. He's not, like, god of death. You know what I mean? Big difference. Big diff. So he doesn't have, like, an army of the dead or something. If anything, like, yeah, he's a good guy. And I find Demeter is, like, a weird character. What can you tell me about Demeter then? Because I personally find, I don't know, I'm like, she sounds a bit controlling. And, like, a bit, what do I want to say about this? Like, so when your daughter's around, I don't know. Oh, you let, like, spring and summer come to happen. But then, like, when she's not, you just let everyone else suffer. I don't know. It sounds like you have responsibilities that you're failing to uphold due to, like, family drama. That's all I'm going to say about you, Demeter, okay? Oh, okay. Thanks, Cuban. Wait, which show? Yes, hell and the underworld are two different places. Yeah. Mm. I never thought of this, but like the cross up, like it gets very complicated when you have this idea of hell from like Christianity, and then that like crosses over into other religions, and it's like, no, that religion like didn't see, like didn't, like completely didn't have this like other world. That is that true, or did Christianity steal the idea of hell from something else? Where did the idea of hell come from? I've met, I've like met people who were told about hell as like very young children. And like to this day, they're terrified of it. Anyway, hey Kenneth, thank you. You like Macbeth? Really? Why do I find that so surprising? I don't know. I would not choose. I didn't even think of that one. I didn't even think of it. So bloody. Um, yeah, I'm a little on the fence about Neil Gaiman. I never like, I was never like, oh my God. Yeah. I appreciated his work. I did like the first season of Gods and Omens. I think. Cuban, that makes me like, I don't know. I mean, I will never know these questions, the answers to these questions. But sometimes I think about like what we currently think about history. And like, oh, like people were savages back then. And as you kind of dig into it, you're like, oh no, like people were probably very similar in different ways. Like they were intelligent. For instance, like people in like medieval times like did know how to read. Like peasants knew how to read actually, and like yes, they cleaned themselves. Like they were sensitive to smell just like you are. And I don't know, like all these things. And sorry, this isn't a topic that I want to get into a lot, but I do feel like there's this story that, I mean, I don't know. No, I don't even know if I should say it, but it's like there's this idea that like if you were like a woman back then, bad things would happen to you. And I don't know. Like so men just had like no concept of like being good, like being aware of another person's wishes. Men just like that wasn't a thing. I know, but then why did winter continue? Like, I get that it's just an origin story about the seasons. I get that. But it still seems like Demeter, like, be happy for your daughter. Like, you should have your own hobbies. I don't, like, I know. Right, Tartarus. Oh my God, you know so much. Oh, really? See, I haven't looked into this. Right. Hey, Chuku. I can prove to you people are similar if you want. Well, I have 2 hilarious stories you can look up from ancient Sumerian civilization. What do you mean? No, people are extremely sheltered from information even 100 years ago. It was easier to manipulate people through religion, etc. Hence its invention at the earliest stages. I don't know, though. I'm just skeptical sometimes. Yeah, I'm just skeptical. Like, and I actually think that people are really smart and really good at, like, solving problems. And if there is a problem, like, that is worthy of being solved, like, they'll figure out a way to do it. I'm not saying that, like, manipulation didn't happen. I'm just saying, like, I'm sure there were people who were like, nah. I'm sure there were. I'm just sure. I just think that it just seems oversimplified to me, the way that we characterize our ancestors, I guess. I'm just saying, like, I've done my own research on this. Like, people could read. They couldn't necessarily, you have to understand, like, they couldn't necessarily, they could read in the language that they were, like, situated in. And maybe there might not be, like, a lot of, like, published work, but they could, like, send notes to each other, and they could write and they could read. And there were, like, some books. Anyway, I'm just saying, I've done my research too, okay? And I'm not saying that everyone could read, but, like, in a household, it was generally, like, useful. Again, like, just think about, like what would be useful? What's, like, a problem that, like, hey, let's solve this? It would be useful in most households that, like, at least someone knows how to read, right? So they would, like, seek to correct that in order for their, like, livelihood. Can you see my height? What? I'm 5'3". No, you're not. You're being trained. Wait, I'm sorry. What? You're being trained by temple priests? I know you've said that you're a pagan in the past. I guess I don't fully know what that means. I just think that, like, intelligence is gained through problem solving. Like, you gain intelligence by putting it into those situations that require intelligence, okay? So every smart person, I always think about this. First of all, there's, like, infinite kinds of smart, and every smart person basically has like applied themselves mentally to solve problems in order to be who they are today. Like they were like interested enough to develop smartness. And so I just think like, yes, maybe there was like different problems back then that they applied themselves to. But there's lots of, yeah, anyway, I'm just always skeptical. But then again, I'm like skeptical of my own time too, by the way. Like I genuinely think that like I find people very intelligent when I talk to them. And then other people I talk to, they don't have that experience. They're like, oh, there's so many people. And I'm like, I don't know which people you're meeting because I don't. Who are you meeting? Who are you talking to? Also, that's where the word God comes from. So Christians are actually calling their God after Zeus. God, wait. Is God not Jehovah? That's a different thing. I probably did look this up at some point. So wait, Cuban, can I ask you, is this okay? Do you mind? Like, do you literally believe in these gods? Like that they're actually, that they exist like currently or have been this whole time? Okay. Hi. God comes from Godin, which is related to Woden, and Wotan also Odin. Jupiter is Deus Patri. Sorry, I'm like literally having this moment where I'm like, sorry, it's like everyone is writing, like every religion is like writing a fanfic based off some like older religion that we can't even remember anymore. Where did the idea of one God come from? I know I could look this up. I like the symposium better. Thank you for sharing it then. I mean, I didn't, this is going to sound ignorant of me to say, but like, I didn't know that people still followed um, Greek gods in that way. But it makes me think of Hinduism, which I know a bit more about. So what do you think about, other religions? Like, what do you think about Hinduism, for instance, like, or Egyptian gods, or like other cultures? Do you think that like all the gods exist? Yeah, I know. I'm like literally thinking about the idea of like, it's just like minimalism, like, it's just all one. There's just one God, like just one. And what that would actually, what do I want to say about that? Like the different mindset of like, no, there's just like one entity as opposed to a host, you know? I guess we're talking about, what are we talking about? We're talking about mythology and polytheism and the origin of gods. See, I'm also like, sorry, burning hedge. I'm like, I don't know about that. I was talking about like, I don't know about that. If God came from like fear and despair when you're desperate for someone not to die. I think it comes from like, I don't know about that. I just don't know about that. That seems like a really pessimistic view on things. As opposed to like, first of all, people like do have experiences, full on. People do have experiences. Also, there's like when you actually are present to it, to like life, you're like, how is this possible? Like to the goodness of life, how is this possible? Um, so you do? See, I think that's beautiful. That just like, what do I want to say? Like, I'm very inclusive. I think it all exists. Well, I really appreciate you, like I said, you talking about it. Because I know it can feel very vulnerable to talk about something when you're used to being shut down. Aztec? Yo, I need to look into all of this. It was invented somehow, though. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that, like, I don't know if, like, fear and despair invented it. Again, I'm just like, I just, like, don't want to think that about. I don't know. That's such a pessimistic view on things that, like, religion is just used to manipulate, and, like, God is just, like, there to, like, shame you or, like, strike fear. Or, like, oh, it's only, like, when you're desperate that you ever pray to God or something like that. Like, can we have some more variety, please? Yeah. soul, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Dragons? Wait. Wait. Are dragons real? Oh my god. When I go down this rabbit hole though, like I really mean it, where I'm like, I kind of think everything's real. I kind of think everything's real. Like I just believe people. I don't want to get into like, anyway. I'm not gonna get into my theories. Hey, thank you. Dragons? Like, what if dragons are real? Like, not like then, like now. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Are you thinking about it? What if they're real? But, like, what if they're real? Would it actually affect you? No. So cool, they're real. I also sometimes like to tell people, if I'm just like feeling whatever, I like to tell them I don't believe in dinosaurs, like just to see how they react, because it's fun. People making deals with the devil, I think everything's real in a certain way. But it's only like real if you think it is. So I've actually like heard really weird stories of, yes, people making deals with the devil. And again, I believe these. But I think if you don't fully like buy it, it won't work. And I also think that idea of like, I don't know, we started this off by like being a masochist, this idea that like I have to like pay with like a piece of my soul in order to get something. I think there's something about that type of story about like there's a cost and there's a reward that somehow makes people like, makes it more powerful, makes it like more believable for people. Like I paid and there were consequences. I don't think there need to be consequences, actually. I don't think there need to be consequences. I think you're allowed to like ask for things and you don't need to pay. Really. I think the payment can be like your old self, you know? I don't think there needs to be a payment, actually. Anyway. There's also people who like full on believe in demons. Whatever. Oh, really? You don't believe in anything at all? Yeah, I respect that. At the end of the day, too, like, I don't know. Like, science is real. I don't think anyone's like disputing that at this point. It's too proven. It's too established. So like, hey, like science is. And I don't think anything's gonna like dethrone that. I don't think other things are necessarily contradictory to it though. If that makes any sense. I don't know if that does. But something I respect about scientists is like their willingness to admit that they don't know everything, and they're analytical. I like that analytical side to science very, 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 very much. Oh, yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, Cuban. See, there were atheists. That's what I mean. Okay. Sorry, I love this so much. Because I think that when we like underestimate our ancestors and we say like, oh, we're just like a bunch of savages and thank goodness for like math or something, like public education and math. And now we're all like amazing. I just think that's like anti-humanist in a way. Like, there's been a lot of different kinds of people with a lot of different kinds of beliefs and different kinds of thoughts. Avoiding my compliments. A mood. I really like that comment. Maybe you could tell. I'm just gonna start saying like, I believe, like, have you heard about the dragons? Have you heard about the dragons? No. Oh, you haven't heard. Oh my god. No, I don't have extensions. No, I really don't. Dinosaurs are real. Are they though? Like, but are they? But are they? Okay, hear me out. I recently decided that I think geology like might be the most interesting science there is. That's like vastly overlooked. If you look at like different places on Earth that are like so crazy. The Earth is like so crazy. I think geology is amazing. So anyway. How did I get there? Yeah, like dinosaurs. I can't even think about dinosaurs. If I really thought about dinosaurs, I would probably cry. Like dinosaurs? Hold up. There's like these amazing creatures that just like, I don't understand it. I can't think about that. That's a dark story. That's a dark story. It feels like fall of the Roman Empire. That's a dark story. It's like, yeah, they were the strongest, they were the baddest, they were the biggest, they were the toughest. They had feathers, apparently. Maybe. And yeah. And now we use them to drive cars. We use their remains to drive cars. Can I drink the tap water? I'm sorry, what chat have you been on? No, what are you doing? No, there's no estrogen in the water. No, what are you doing? No, drink the tap water, okay? As a rebellion, drink it. And no, don't believe in 27. No. No. True fact, pterodactyls, what are they, birds? Idiot. Sorry. Pterodactyl isn't a dinosaur, it's a bird. yeah, like I think you can make I think you can make deals, you know, and depending on like how much you believe in that thing, you're going to have the effects. And that's why like a cost, um like a price or a consequence can actually be so powerful, because it's like I gave up this thing, therefore it makes the thing valuable, and it makes it like that, like I have to make it worth it. Like think of think of like your college education, think of like anything that you've had to give something of incredible value for this other thing. How invested are you in this other thing? Look, thanks for saying that. I completely agree. I agree, and like yeah, what's the problem with different beliefs? What is this live about? It's been a lot about like polytheism and history of gods, and on Wednesday nights I just like let the topic decide itself. Josh, I totally agree. Yeah, flood stories. A friend of mine was telling me that. And like, does that mean that like the flood is like part of our collective like unconscious, like this idea of a purge? Was there an actual like flood that everyone talks about? I think, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Is it the same? Oh, I didn't. Oh, there's probably so many stories from ancient Greece I don't know about. I remember like also looking into Loki from Norse, and that is a weird god that has like so many different accounts. Also, like, anyway, thinking about death of dinosaurs. I also like don't. Okay, hear me out. Dinosaurs feel so linked to childhood in some way, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know why. Um, Hear me out. I actually think this is like really weird. Having watched like my niece and nephew, it's like the first things that we tell kids about, we go like, look at all these animals in the zoo or whatever it is, and we teach them all the animals. And what do all the animals sound like? Um, and I think about like we like 100 years ago, we didn't know, like no one had seen these animals before. That was like a privilege. Or like 200, we didn't even know a lot of those animals existed. And like, why is it super important that a kid knows what a zebra is? Like, why why is that like an important word for them to learn? And like, what sound does it make? Anyway, and then like, why dinosaurs? Is it just that they're like, is it just that we like animals? So it's cool. I don't know. I don't know. I shouldn't think too deeply on it, but like, we're not like hair or like, how do you brush? I don't know. Book. I'm trying to think of like what else we would talk to kids about. But there's a lot of subjects that we could tell them about, but animals is always one, and like dinosaurs. And then we don't really discuss it ever again, except like unless you become a scientist in some way, or like an archaeologist, or unless you study that in some way. Anyway. I let the universe decide the topic. Kind of. Narwhals and belugas? Say more. Why are they the coolest? Narwhals? I'm with you. Do we just like that horn? We just like animals with, we're like, cool. That's a big horn. Okay. Okay. Fun fact, I don't know how factual it is already. Amazing comments. Whales used to walk on land. When you say walk, when you say used to, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? When? Sorry. What? Were they like frogs? Did whales like used to have, did they do like belly rolls? What are we talking about? It is a fun fact. Look it up. I'm asking you. Orcas ain't whales, they're dolphins. I think I did know that. I'm gonna say I did. To get them to visualize and pronounce. I don't understand. This is why I think like when I have kids, I'm just gonna be like, so this is how we make lasagna. Like, so let me tell you about molecular fusion that I know so much about. I don't know. I just think about these things. And I think about this. Like, like we're like, it's a cat. And we just like name things like, it's a cat. And then we just leave it alone forever. Maybe we like tell the kids something about cats and then we leave it alone forever. But there's no like, I don't know. There's just a lot of naming of things and not like, do you think the cat is smart? This is like why if I had kids, I'd be like, do you think the cat is sentient? Do you think the cat knows your name? What do you think the cat's thinking about? What's in cat food? Why does the cat make that sound? How does he make that sound? How many cats do you think there are in the world? I don't know. This is why I'd be bad at it. This is why. I just think it's, whatever. I think we're doing like a weird thing with kids that we're just like naming. And then going, you named it. And yes, I understand that's part of like language building. I understand. This is why child education. Okay, different topic. But what did we do before zebra? What did we do? getting mauled by one. Well, and then like there are all these like pictures of things, and then you meet a kid who's like been shown a picture of like a dog over and over and over and over and over again, and then they meet a real dog and they're like, and I don't know, in my experience with kids, like they're just as interested in like the things around them than they are of like the pictures. And I just think like they get them interacting with real stuff and get them curious about the real stuff, you know? That's what I think. What do I know? Okay, I should go because I have to write, guys. I'm sorry, what? I'm reading about dolphins. No, is this real? There's been too many things in this chat. What? So many creatures were just like, we're going back to the ocean. Hi Raymond. No. See, this is beyond. No. I do have to. No. Dolphins were not. No. Their skin is too good. Their skin. They wouldn't do that to their skin. No. Did you know that there are flies? Wait. There are flies with, I forget this. Someone showed me this. With like pictures. It's like a picture of like an ant on its wings. I'm misremembering this. So that when it's flying, it looks, I don't know. I don't remember it. I don't, maybe I've even talked about this before. It like makes no evolutionary sense. It's too, like flies with like a picture, it's like a picture stamp on its wings of like another fly. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm from Canada. They're like, shut up about the dog. So buttons. No, I shouldn't joke about that. That's sad. But sometimes like when it's like, and what does the rooster say? And I'm like, these kids don't even they don't get that like they're eating that rooster every time they go to McDonald's. That makes me sad. That makes me sad. A fly with a picture of an ant. Yeah, I don't know. There are snakes that look like worms. Okay, I'm gonna go. Thank you to everyone who contributed to this conversation. I never imagined I'd be having this, But y'all are like really smart and interesting. And I really do appreciate all the different perspectives and beliefs and knowledge. I really like, I don't know. I really like that y'all can come on here and talk so freely about it. Like, not to get like sentimental. Makes me like happy to be a human. So thank you. Yes, it is the fly. Dustin, I love you. It is so this is a real thing. Okay. Yeah, so I also go live on Saturdays, and I actually like I talk more at length about on Saturdays. And usually it's more to do with like humans and mortals. Saturdays at noon, so if anyone isn't a regular, feel free to come to that. Look up the fly, and I love you guys. Okay, take care of yourselves. Bye.